Hi friends, I am Sai Chaitanya. Welcome back to my channel Sai Tech. In this video, I'll be comparing the display between the Realme X7 Pro versus the Poco X3 device. As you can see friends, right now I'm using the Poco X3 smartphone and here is the Realme X7 device. So right now in this video, I'll be trying to compare both phones side by side regarding the display properties and which phone has a better advantage in terms of the software and hardware as well. So I'll try to discuss each and every small things as well between both the small phones, and stay tuned till end of the video to get to know complete in-depth review about these both phones, because you will be finding very interesting topics on each and every these both phones. So definitely friends, try to watch till end of the video. And in case if you want to download this TikTok wallpaper, so try to check the links in description for the playlist of live wallpapers. So in the live wallpaper playlist, you will find this kind of amazing video so where I have uploaded. So let me try to first quickly compare the display properties of both the smartphones. So let's talk about the hardware thing. So which phone has a better hardware? So later we'll try to discuss about the display quality as well. So first is that the screen size, if you notice quickly, 6.55 inches versus a 6.67 inches on the Poco X3. And let me try to quickly compare side by side. So you can see there is a huge difference between both the smartphones on the top, you can see. So the another reason must be the bezels are slightly thicker in the Poco X3 device if you compare to the Realme X7 Pro. So that's why the Poco X3 is kind of looking bigger than the Realme X7 Pro device. So next, the resolution is kind of same, and ratio is also same. And PPI is slightly less because of the bigger screen, and punch hole is present in the middle and punch hole is present in the left side. And one thing I did notice friends, the punch hole in the Poco X3 is very small than the Realme X7 Pro. So not only Realme X7 Pro, I did compare with so many other punch hole mobile phones. The Poco X3 camera punch hole is very small and tiny as well. Even though if I compare with the OnePlus 8T or Samsung N51 or other smartphones, it's very good that having very small camera here. And both phones, they are having the higher refresh rate. So 120Hz refresh rate, 240Hz touch sampling rate. So in this case, both phones are close to each other. And next is the brightness. The brightness, the phone has 1200 nits of brightness, and the Poco X3 has close to 450 or 480 nits of brightness in the Poco X3 device. So this is a quick comparison, and the LCD IPS panel, and whereas the Realme X7 Pro has a Super AMOLED panel. So these where the things will get a little bit kind of interesting and complicated as well. So first let me try to quickly open the video player application and try to compare the both same video playing in both phones side by side. So right now I'm playing the same video in both phones side by side, so with full brightness, as you can see 100% brightness. So if you notice right now with this kind of full brightness, you can clearly see the Realme X7 Pro as a higher brightness level in this case, if you observe clearly in this scenario. So even right now, if you observe this kind of region and here, you can see the higher brightness level is going on in the Realme X7 Pro device when you compare with the Poco X3 device. So this is the one thing you will quickly notice as soon as you see the both phones side by side. So this is what I did notice when I am playing the same video in side by side. And other than that, the contrast level is also kind of close to each other, the contrast and saturation levels, so little bit. But brightness, this phone is very good in terms of the brightness, the Realme X7 Pro. So but there is an hidden catch in the Poco X3. The Poco X3 has advantage of having the color boost option, so where you can actually increase the colors. So let me try to quickly change the colors right now to maximum. As you can see, the colors how they are became here. So if you observe right now, the brightness in the Poco X3 looks kind of very close to Realme X7 Pro only, and with more saturation and more contrast levels. Just try to observe this plant area, so you can see clearly even in this red color. So right now, after using this extreme color boost option, you will see amazing results. So seriously, you can see, your friends, the difference between this both leaves here. It looks very red in this Poco X3 versus the not that red in the Realme X7 Pro device. So even in this kind of scenario, you can see the brightness is very high than this Realme X7 Pro device. So this is with a maximum color boost option. So if I decrease to nothing, then it will be completely reverse. So everything will be, points will be gone to the Realme X7 Pro only. So this is the software thing which made the Poco X3 users to use this phone, even though it has got the IPS LCD panel, but still it serves its purpose of using this IPS LCD panel, so without making any problems. So right now I am using the extreme color boost options in the Poco X3. You can see now this is brighter. The Poco X3 is brighter, not the Realme X7 Pro device. So these are software thing, friends. So overall in terms of the hardware, so if you don't change any options, if you use as it is, the Realme X7 Pro can be the best option. But if you want to use an extra pro level settings, then definitely the Poco X3 will give you so much of customization in terms of using this Poco X3. So that is a more advantage in the Poco X3 device if I compare with the Realme X7 Pro smartphone. So let me try to decrease the studio lighting effect. Otherwise I'll try to decrease the brightness right now to 50%. So these are at the 50%. You can see the slightly higher brightness here because of using the color boost option. So let me try to decrease the brightness to 0. So right now both the phones are kind of 0 to each other. And this with the full brightness mode at the moment. And let me try to decrease the studio lighting effect slightly. So maybe you might be able to notice the difference in terms of the studio lighting effect, but you cannot notice much difference at the moment. Let me try to increase the colors right now. You can see how much it got increased. This scenario will give you a clear idea about what I'm talking about in this Poco X3. So because of this software thing, so you can see very dark, very bright red colors when you compare with the normal colors. So you can see the clear difference in the dark right now, I think. Yep. Even I did not notice this thing before. So right now only I'm noticing this kind of video watching side by side. I can clearly see how much difference the Poco X3 is making in terms of using these options. So alright friends, this is a quick display comparison between both the smartphones, and for more this kind of comparison, make sure to follow me regularly. And thank you friends for watching this video. See you in the next video friends. Until then, bye.